You know that feeling. The mental fog, the weight of the next demand, the sense that your tank is just empty. If that's you right now, this video is God's direct message for that feeling. We're going to walk through 6 specific scriptures, not as ancient quotes, but as His living word for your weariness today. Let's start with the first and most direct response. So, what's the first thing God says to that feeling? It's not a command to try harder. It's an invitation. Jesus says directly, "Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest." That word burden is key. It's the crushing weight of self-reliance, trying to carry everything alone. His solution is surprising. Take my yoke upon you. A yoke is a shared harness. It's not more burden. It's a shared framework for life. You're no longer pulling alone. He says, "My yoke is easy and my burden is light." The load becomes manageable because He's in it with you. That's the first move from weariness. Accepting the invitation to stop carrying it all yourself. So Jesus invites us to rest. But what comes after the rest? Isaiah gives us the next step. Those who wait on the Lord will renew their strength. And waiting here isn't passive. It's active, expectant trust. It's the weary person saying, "I can't, but I trust you can." And the promise is a gradual infusion of power. You won't just walk. You'll run again without growing weary. You'll soar above the exhaustion. This is God's promise for the next stage of recovery. But what about when the weariness goes deeper than just needing a break? But what about when you're not just tired, but your soul feels completely depleted? That's where Psalm 23 comes in. It's not just about strength. It's about deep, specific nourishment. He makes me lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside quiet water. This is the shepherd's active care. He doesn't just give a pep talk. He provides the exact environment your soul needs to recover. Green pastures are sustenance. Still waters are peace. He restores your soul from the inside out. So when your mental and emotional resources are spent, this is your reminder. Your shepherd knows what you need, and He's leading you there right now. But sometimes the weariness feels like a personal failure. Like you've let God down by being so tired. The Apostle Paul knew that feeling. He begged God to take away a persistent struggle he called his thorn, and God's answer wasn't to remove it. He said, "My grace is sufficient for you, for my power is made perfect in weakness." That word sufficient means it fills the gap completely. When your own strength is gone, His grace is the resource that steps in. It transforms your weakest point from a place of shame into a place of reliance. His power shines brightest there. So when anxiety tries to take over that space, what's the next scripture to remember? So you've found a place of reliance on God's grace. But then the anxious thoughts start circling. What if I can't keep going? What if I fail? That's when Paul gives us a direct, practical command. Do not be anxious about anything. Instead, in every situation, present your requests to God with prayer and thanksgiving. This isn't just positive thinking. It's a spiritual exchange. You hand over the worry, and God gives you a peace that transcends all understanding. This peace will guard your heart and your mind. Think of it like a sentry posted at the gates of your thoughts, stopping the spiral of exhaustion before it can take over. It's a practical defense, built on prayer, for the weary mind. So you've handed over your anxieties in prayer, but your mind is still a busy control room trying to manage everything. That's when God gives a command that feels almost impossible. Be still, and know that I am God. This isn't a gentle suggestion to relax. It's a direct order to your striving soul: stop. Cease the mental activity, the spiritual effort, the frantic planning. It's in that full stop that you finally see it. You are not the one holding the world together. He is. And knowing that reorients everything. So we've walked through 6 specific promises from God for your weariness. Here's your one takeaway. Pick just one. This week, choose one of these scriptures as your first step of rest. Maybe it's "Come to me" from Matthew 11, or "Be still" from Psalm 46. Carry it with you. Let it be the specific truth God uses to meet you in your exhaustion. He doesn't rebuke your weariness. He restores your soul with His word.